There is a simple truth most people ignore. Nobody is coming to save you. Your life will only change the day you decide to put all your energy where it belongs, on you. Every dream you have, every goal you want to reach, every future you want to live depends on one thing: how much you are willing to focus on yourself without distractions, without excuses, and without waiting for permission. You are waiting for a sign. You are waiting for an invitation. You are waiting for someone to tap you on the shoulder and say, it's your turn now. That tap is never coming. That invitation is lost in the mail. That sign you're looking for, you have to paint it yourself and hang it where everyone can see. This is about the end of waiting. This is about the beginning of doing. This is about how you stop asking for permission to succeed and start granting it to yourself. Right now. Listen to the silence after you ask, "Can I?" That silence is your answer. The world is not designed to give you the green light. The world is designed to maintain the status quo. It is busy, indifferent, and it operates on a simple principle: those who move, receive. Those who wait, watch. You have been conditioned since childhood. Raise your hand, wait your turn, ask for permission, follow the rules, get the grade, earn the approval. That system worked for school. It is a disaster for your life. Because life doesn't have a teacher. Life has outcomes. And while you're sitting there with your hand politely raised, someone else is building. Someone else is shipping. Someone else is taking the very thing you wanted. They aren't smarter. They aren't more qualified. They are simply more authorized by themselves. Imposter syndrome is just permission-seeking in disguise. It's the feeling that you are a fraud waiting to be exposed. That someone will finally see you don't belong. So you hesitate. You overprepare. You downplay your achievements. You think, when I finally know everything, then I'll act. Let me tell you a secret. No one knows everything. The people you look up to, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, they are making it up as they go along. The difference is, they decided to make it up from the center of the arena, not from the stands. They granted themselves amnesty from their own doubt. You must do the same. Your feeling of being an imposter is not a stop sign. It is a milestone. It means you are entering new territory. It means you are growing. Welcome it. Then walk right past it. You are waiting for credentials, a certificate, a title, a certain number of followers. You believe these things will finally make you legitimate. They won't. Legitimacy is a story you tell yourself. It is a narrative of worthiness, and you are the author. You can write that story today. You can write, "I am the one who does this," period. The credentials come after the action. The confidence comes after the courage, not the other way around. Stop believing you need a piece of paper to prove what you already know. Your experience, your insight, your unique perspective, that is your credential. Your willingness to start is your title. CEO of your own life. Founder of your future. Start signing the documents with that title. Bet on yourself, because if you don't, who will? You are looking for investors in your dream, but you haven't invested a dime of your own belief. You want a mentor to believe in you, but you haven't become your own mentor. Betting on yourself means allocating your most precious resources, your time, your focus, your energy, to your own vision. It means turning down the good to pursue the great. It means spending a Saturday building instead of browsing. It means saving money for your own venture instead of for someone else's product. Betting on yourself is a quiet, daily transaction. You trade doubt for a single action. You trade fear for 5 minutes of work. You trade validation for a finished product. The compound interest on these bets is staggering. In 1 year, you won't recognize the person who was too scared to start. Stop conflating permission with preparation. Preparation is necessary. Permission is a myth. You need to learn the skills. You need to study the field. You need to practice. Do that. Do it with ferocity, but do not confuse the endless cycle of getting ready with the act of beginning. Preparation has a diminishing return. There comes a point where more research is just procrastination in a clever costume. More courses are just a delay tactic. You are prepared enough. You know enough. Right now, today. The final piece of your education will come from doing the thing, not thinking about it. Launch the imperfect project. Write the messy first draft. Have the clumsy conversation. That is where the real learning lives. Not in the safety of theory. in the glorious, terrifying arena of practice. You are afraid of overstepping, of being seen as arrogant, of who do you think you are? Let's reframe that. Is it arrogance to believe in your own capacity? Is it arrogance to use the gifts you were given? Or is it actually a deep humility to the potential placed within you? To not use it is the real arrogance. To let it wither is the true disrespect. Who do you think you are is a question designed to keep you small. It is the gatekeeper's mantra. Your answer must be ready. I am the one who is doing this. Watch me. Respect is earned through action, not through silence. Authority is claimed, not bestowed. The people who change things are often called arrogant right up until the moment they are called pioneers. Create your own opportunities. They do not fall from the sky. They are built in the basement. They are assembled late at night. They are forged in conversations you initiate. An opportunity is just a problem waiting for a solution. Look for the friction around you. What annoys you? What seems inefficient? What gap do you see that everyone else is walking past? That is your raw material. You don't need to wait for a job opening. Create the role. You don't need to wait for a client to post a request. Solve a problem they haven't even articulated yet. You don't need to wait for an invitation to the stage. Build your own platform, brick by brick, word by word, connection by connection. Opportunity is not a door you walk through. It is a room you build, and you are the architect. The permission you seek is often just a buffer against blame. If someone else says yes, then if it fails, it's not entirely your fault. You can share the burden of the failure. But hear this, when you share the blame, you must also share the credit. You must also share the vision. You must dilute your own power. Take full responsibility for it all, the glorious victories and the painful lessons. When you own the blame, you get to own the triumph, completely, undiluted, and spectacularly yours. That is true power. The power to say, I decided this, I built this, I learned from that. That narrative is unshakable. It turns you from a passenger into the driver, and the road is yours to choose. Listen less to the voices outside, and listen more to the voice inside that you've been quieting. That quiet tug, that persistent idea, that knowing. You have been outsourcing your intuition. You ask 10 friends for their opinion. You read 100 reviews. You poll your followers. And in that noise, your own inner voice becomes a whisper. You must turn down the volume of the world to hear it. This is not about ignoring good advice. This is about recognizing that the final vote, the deciding vote, is yours. It always has been. Your inner voice is not always loud. It is often calm. It is a deep knowing. It says, this is the way. Your job is to trust it and to follow it without a committee vote. Action is the antidote to anxiety. The waiting mind is a factory of fear. It produces worst-case scenarios at an alarming rate. It spins tales of embarrassment and failure. But the acting mind is a problem solver. It is focused on the next step, the immediate obstacle, the tangible task. You cannot be paralyzed by a future that hasn't happened when you are busy dealing with the present that is right in front of you. When you feel the fear, the uncertainty, the overwhelm, do not retreat into planning. Advance into a tiny, specific action. Send the email. Write the first paragraph. Make the sketch. Action collapses the infinite horizon of fear into a manageable next step. It proves to your own brain that you are capable, that you are in motion, and motion creates momentum. Build your own board of directors, but not from the outside, from the inside. You have multiple selves. The visionary, the executor, the critic, the cheerleader. Most people let the critic run the meeting. It shouts down every idea. It questions every move. It demands more permission slips. You must restructure the board. Let the visionary set the agenda. Let the executor create the plan. Let the cheerleader champion the effort and put the critic in an advisory role. It gets to speak last. It gets to point out risks, but not veto dreams. You are the CEO of this inner council. You manage the voices. You decide who has the floor. Stop letting the fear-based voice hold the gavel. Give it to the voice of courage. The world rewards finished products, not perfect intentions. You are holding back because it's not perfect, because it's not ready, because it could be better. Meanwhile, someone else is releasing version 1. It's flawed, it has bugs, people critique it, and they are improving it in public with real feedback while you are still polishing in private. Done is better than perfect. A finished project, a shipped product, a published piece, it has a power that a perfect idea never will. It exists, it can be seen, it can be touched, it can be improved. Your perfect, unseen work helps no one, it inspires no one, it changes nothing. Release it, put it into the world, let it be messy, let it be flawed, let it be yours. That is how you learn, that is how you grow, that is how you succeed. Stop asking, am I allowed? Start declaring, this is how it's done. This is a shift from a subordinate mindset to a leadership mindset. A leader does not ask for the rulebook. A leader writes the protocol. A leader sees a gap and fills it. A leader sees a need and meets it. You must adopt this mentality for your own life. You are the leader of your journey. So lead. Make decisions. Course correct as needed. But move forward with the authority of someone who has the right to chart the path. This isn't about bossing others around. It's about taking full command of your own direction. It's about owning the outcome. People will start to follow your lead when they see you are not looking for a leader yourself. You become the permission others are waiting for. Your time is finite. The clock is ticking, and you are spending your most precious currency, your attention, on seeking approval that has no value. Imagine on your last day looking back. Will you wish you had waited longer for permission, or will you wish you had started sooner? That project you're sitting on, that conversation you're avoiding, that leap you're calculating. The cost of waiting is always greater than the cost of starting. Always. You are afraid of the failure that might come from action, but you should be terrified of the regret that comes from inaction. Failure is a lesson. Regret is a life sentence. Don't serve that sentence. Pardon yourself today. Grant yourself a full release from the prison of waiting. Start small, but start sovereign. You don't need to quit your job today. You don't need to launch a global empire by Tuesday. You need to make one decision about one tiny thing without asking a single person. What is one thing you can do this week that moves you toward your goal that you've been hesitating on because you wanted some form of external, okay? Do that thing. Do it as an experiment in self-authorization. Feel what it feels like to be the source of your own go-ahead. That feeling is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Soon, you won't be making small decisions without permission. You'll be making life-altering decisions from a place of inherent authority. It all starts with one tiny, unilateral act of courage. You are the permission slip. You have been the missing signature all along. Your name belongs on the line that says approved. Sign it. The world is not a classroom anymore. It is an open field, and the starting gun has already fired. The race is underway. You are not late, but you are standing still, looking for an official to tell you which lane to run in. Run. Pick a direction. Move. Your momentum will create the path. Your action will become the proof. Your results will become your credentials. You have everything you need already. The belief must now come from within. It is the only belief that matters. It is the only belief that lasts. So close this book and open your own. The first chapter is not called waiting. It is called starting. Write the first word. It is a powerful word, a word of creation, a word of authority. That word is yes, and you are the one who says it.